I've been doing some thinking ever since I dropped the Zoo Audio Method review. In the world of audiophiles, there's an ongoing debate. Objective versus subjective. One side loves the measurements, spectral decays, frequency graphs, and so much more. Folks who believe a lot of truth can be found in the measurements. The other side, they go with their gut. Doesn't matter if a speaker measures like a ruler or a broken roller coaster with no safety harness. If it makes them feel something, that's all that counts. Now, in the past, and most of you fine folks already know this, I've leaned into one camp. I'm trying hard to push past that in hopes of striking a balance. And the truth is, both camps bring something valuable to the table, but heaven knows you wouldn't think that by scrolling through half the comment section out there. And you know what? I am crazy enough to think that we can change all that.
You're right about that, son. Seems to me a whole lot of folks forgot what this hobby's about. Music ain't a math problem. It don't ask for permission, it just walks in, takes off its boots, and stays a while. Back in my day, we didn't have no analyzer or impulse plots. We had records and we had ears. And when something made the hair on your neck stand up, you didn't need a graph to tell you it was good. Now, don't get me wrong, I ain't against data. But if that data keeps you from hearing the heart in the speaker, well, you missed the whole point.
You know, Jasper, that's fair. And here's the way I see it. Imagine a candy store. You walk in and see every kind of sweet that you can think of. Snickers, Laffy Taffy, sour gummies, licorice, you name it. Now, for this cowboy, I'm probably reaching for something like the XLS Encore. It is clean, it is well behaved, and it measures like a dream. Jasper, that speaker is predictable in the best kind of way. Like walking into that candy shop and knowing exactly what you're going to get. A perfectly wrapped bar with all the ingredients listed. To some folks, myself included, that's peace of mind.
Predictable ain't a word I throw around when I talk about music, Ron. Now the zoo method, that's like finding a piece of homemade fudge in a wax paper wrapper tucked behind the counter. No label, no nutritional facts. You take a bite, and suddenly you're 7 years old again at your granny's kitchen table. It ain't perfect, but it feels perfect. The method don't care if it passes the SATs. What it cares about is making you stop what you're doing and listen, and there ain't no spec sheet that can account for that.
That's exactly why the candy store matters. It's not about arguing over which one candy is best. It's about having the freedom to explore the shelves and find something that lights you up. Some people need that structure. What they want to know is how the horizontal axis behaves before they spend a dime, and I can't blame them. Others want to throw the wrappers away and just enjoy the wild ride. The best part is this. There's room for both. This hobby is big enough for engineers, sonic explorers, and everyone in between.
Now that's the kind of talk I can get behind. Problem is, some folks out there treat audio like a boxing match, always trying to knock the other guy out over some measurement or spec. Let me tell you something plain and simple. There ain't no prize for being the most right about what you enjoy. If a speaker makes your foot tap, your eyes close, your heart slow down a bit, well, that's your answer. I'd take a flawed truth over a perfect lie any day of the week.
And that might be the real message here. Instead of arguing about who's got it right, maybe we ought to spend more time listening. Some of the best moments I've had with music come from setups that shouldn't have worked on paper. The op amps inside of this amplifier. These right here. According to the measurement guys, these measure the same as the op amps that I took out of here. So there shouldn't be any difference. No measurable difference at all. And yet, these sound very different than the op amps that I pulled out of this amplifier. I don't know. I don't get it. I'm not smart enough to argue with them. I can only tell you that I like these a lot more. The ones that were in here were Butterfingers, and these are Snickers. I like Snickers more than Butterfingers. So, Snickers it is for this cowboy.
You got it. And let me put it to you this way. You can train your ears, learn the lingo, chase all the dragons you want. But at the end of the day, music is a personal thing. Like an old song that hits different on a rainy night. That ain't about specs. That's about life. So, sure, tip your hat to the engineers and the builders. But don't you ever let a spec sheet talk you out of loving something that feels right. That's where the real listening begins.
No doubt. It doesn't matter if you're drawn to the numbers, the nostalgia, or both. All that matters is that you keep coming back to the music. That's the compass. And when it points towards something that moves you, don't ignore it. You might have just found your favorite flavor of candy.
And don't let anyone tell you what you should like. I've been around too long to care about that noise. Your ears are yours. Your memories are yours. Hell, your candy's yours. Let folks argue in the corner if they want. You just find the speaker that makes you sit a little longer than you meant to. That's the one worth keeping around.
So folks, that's the point of today's video. Whether you lean objective, subjective, or land somewhere in the middle, just know there is a place for you here in this community. Don't let me or anyone else out there tell you that you are wrong for liking whatever it is that you like. That's your choice, and I'm going to respect it no matter what I happen to prefer. And with that, I'll see you, tired of this silly debate, audiophiles, music enthusiasts, and sonic explorers, in the next video.